Hello and welcome back to my channel Lady T. My name is Nathalie and today I'm going to talk about the book Pan's Labyrinth, The Labyrinth of the Fawn by Cornelia Funke and Guillermo del Toro. Grab yourself something to drink. I have some water with me to drink today because I just cleaned my kettle. But let's get started. So the first point I want to point out is that I love both Cornelia Funke and Guillermo del Toro. Of the latter one, I watched Troll Hunters on Netflix and I absolutely love that series. I don't like the spin-off that is happening right now, I don't even remember the name, but I love the original Troll Hunters. I absolutely enjoyed watching it and I thought it was a great story building. I haven't watched the movie of Pan's Labyrinth. I couldn't find it on Netflix either, so I read the book at least. But I'm a very simple girl. I saw this book in the bookstore and I saw that Cornelia Funke had co-written it. So I'm very simple. If I see Cornelia Funke, I'm immediately excited and I have to pick the book up. I absolutely love her since the Inkheart trilogy. I absolutely adore those books, and this book felt the same way to me, like the Inkheart series, and I'm going to explain to you why. Because what Cornelia Funke does best is to really capture magic in the book itself, and I know that magic is something that we don't all believe in, but sometimes when you pick up a book and you start reading it, you could just can't put it down and the whole story just grabs you and there was magic in this book, and the words themselves she writes so perfectly, so nicely that the words themselves feel like magic, like they put a spell on you and they just completely draw you into the book, and I absolutely love that. So whenever I read a book of her, also with this story, Lubas, what is er? So I just absolutely love her books, and the way she writes, together with Guillermo del Toro, they are both fantastically world builders and writers, and they really made me feel like I was transported into the world of Pan's Labyrinth. And Cornelia does this very well also in the Inkheart trilogy. Whenever I read one of her books, it feels as if the world around me doesn't exist anymore and I just completely get sucked into the book. And then when I finish it or I have to stop reading because I set the alarm to go to work or to school or something, I kind of am dazed the first couple of minutes, like I just woke up of a very deep slumber. And that is what I absolutely love about her books and her writing. And apparently Del Toro does it very well too. What I absolutely loved as well was the old fairy tale kind of stories that were scattered throughout the whole book to tell you more about the labyrinth and how it came to be and the quest that she had to undertake. And what I liked about that was that you had these fairy tales that mattered, and there was you got more information in a very nice and relaxed way. It didn't feel forced at all. So that is what I really liked. And then into the present, it wasn't spoiled or anything. You didn't always see her winning in the end, or that you knew what she had to do. Sometimes you did, but it still felt refreshing, and it felt as if you didn't 100% completely know what was going to happen in the here and now. So that is what I really liked. The only thing that I'm going to say what I would have liked to be different, because we have to be a little critical sometimes. I did love the illustrations on the front. That is what drew me in and captured me when I saw it in the bookstore. And I liked the trees that were going around the pages, but I would have wished for other illustrations as well, not the same trees on every single page. Well, not on every single page, they aren't there on the little fairy tale kind of things, but I would have liked some different illustrations there. This just felt a little lazy to me, so that's the only negative critique or feedback that I have for this book. And what I really liked as well about this story is that Cornelia has this way when she writes that you can feel every emotion, and that is part of the magic that I talked about before. But what I also felt, because I hadn't seen the movie before, is when I read it, up until the end I wasn't completely sure that it was going to work out well for our main character. And I forgot the main character's name. That is just something that kind of happens to me sometimes. Let's check. Ophelia. I remember now, I don't. Our main character, Ophelia, it felt like she could still lose up until the last couple of pages. And that is what I really like, that you are kept in suspense and that it isn't a given that they are going to win. And that is what I really liked about this book. I was still wondering, like, there is still a possibility that she's going to lose or that she's not going to succeed. And that is what I really like, that up until the end you're still wondering and hoping and rooting for the hero. And in this case I really wanted Ophelia to win, because I mean, if you've read the book or if you have watched the movie, then you know what a hard life she's had and what she's going through right now. In the book, in the story, is just hell. So I was really rooting for her, and I'm really glad that it turned out well in the end. But yeah, that is my opinion of the book. Let me know in the comments below what you think, if you have seen the movie, if you've read the book, if you've read both and saw both of them. Let me know, and I hope that you will have a lovely, lovely day today. Have a good one. Goodbye.